Love English Podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Love English Podcast. It's so wonderful to have you with us again. I'm Emma.
And I'm Leo. Hello. We are very happy you are tuning in. Emma, today I want to talk about something that made me feel quite sad this week. It's a feeling of doubt.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, Leo. Doubt can be a very heavy feeling. Tell me what happened. What are you doubting?
Well, I was in the park and I saw my neighbor with his daughter. She is only 6 years old, and she was speaking to a tourist in English. Not perfect English, of course, but she was so confident, so fearless. She was just talking. And I was watching her, and this thought came into my head. Her brain is like a sponge. It just absorbs everything. My brain feels old and slow. I will never be able to learn like she does. It made me feel like maybe it's too late for me. Am I too old to learn English well?
Leo, thank you for sharing that. I want you to know that this is one of the most common fears and biggest myths in the world of language learning. So many adults feel exactly what you felt in that park. And I am so happy to tell you that this idea that it is too late for you is completely 100% not true.
But it feels true. Everyone says that children learn languages so much more easily than adults. Their brains are different.
It is true that their brains are different, but different does not mean better. It's like comparing a sports car and a big, powerful truck. They are both excellent vehicles, but they are designed for different jobs. A child's brain and an adult's brain are both excellent for learning, but they do it in different ways. And as an adult, you have learning superpowers that a 6-year-old child could only dream of.
Superpowers? Me? I feel like my only superpower is forgetting where I put my keys. What are these adult learning superpowers?
Haha. Well, let's talk about them. Your first superpower is that you understand how to learn. Think about it. That 6-year-old girl doesn't have a strategy. She just absorbs what's around her. But you, as an adult, have decades of experience with learning. You know how to read and write. You know how to organize information. You can set goals, make a schedule, find resources, and track your own progress. You can build an efficient learning system. A child cannot do that.
That's an interesting point. I do know how to make a plan. When I wanted to learn how to cook, I bought a cookbook, I watched videos, and I scheduled time to practice every weekend. I created a system for myself.
Exactly. You can apply that same powerful skill to learning English. You can consciously choose your methods. You can decide, today I will focus on listening. Tomorrow I will practice speaking. This ability to think about your own learning process is called metacognition, and it's a huge advantage that children simply don't have.
Wow. Okay. So my ability to plan and be organized is a superpower. I feel a little better already. What is my second superpower?
Your second superpower is that you already understand grammar.
I do? I feel like I am terrible at English grammar.
You understand grammar concepts. When I say the word verb or noun or adjective, you know what I am talking about, right? You learned about these ideas in your own native language. I can explain a rule to you, like in English, we usually put the adjective before the noun. You can understand the explanation logically.
Yes, I can understand that. In my language, we say the car blew, but in English, it's the blue car. I can understand that rule.
Precisely. Now, imagine trying to explain the concept of an adjective to a 6-year-old. It's almost impossible. They just learn by hearing thousands of examples and noticing the pattern. That takes a very long time. You can use your adult logical brain to take a shortcut. You can learn the rule and apply it immediately. This is a massive advantage that can save you so much time.
So my knowledge of my own language helps me learn English. I always saw it as a problem, as something that interfered with my learning. But you're saying it's a strength.
It is a huge strength, which brings us to your third superpower, your life experience. Your brain is not an empty box. It is a rich, complex library of memories, knowledge, emotions, and stories from your entire life.
And how does that help me learn vocabulary?
It helps you create stronger connections. Let's take a simple word like happy. A child understands happy in a simple way, but you understand happy in many different, complex ways. You know the happiness of getting a new job, the happiness of seeing an old friend, the quiet happiness of reading a good book on a rainy day. Now, let's take a more complex word like negotiate. A 6-year-old has no real concept of that word, but you have probably negotiated in your life for your salary, for the price of a car, or even with your family about where to go for dinner. When you learn the English word negotiate, you can connect it to this deep web of real life memories. The word becomes more meaningful, and it's much easier to remember.
That is fascinating. So, new English words are not just floating in my brain, I can attach them to things I already know and have experienced.
Exactly. You're not just learning a word, you're adding a new label to a concept you already understand deeply. A child is learning the word and the concept at the same time. Your process is often much more efficient.
This is really changing my perspective. So, I have three superpowers. I can create a learning system, I understand grammar concepts, and I have a library of life experience. Is there a fourth one?
Yes, the fourth superpower is the most important of all. It is your motivation, your big why. A child usually learns a language because their parents tell them to, or because it's around them. Their motivation is external. But your motivation, as an adult, is internal and it is powerful. Why are you learning English, Leo?
I am learning it to connect with my cousin in Canada. I am learning it to open new opportunities in my career. I'm learning it to travel and understand the world. These are my choices, my dreams.
And those dreams are your rocket fuel. When studying gets difficult, a child might just stop and go play. But you can remember your dream. You can remember the feeling of talking to your cousin or the excitement of getting that promotion. This deep personal motivation will keep you going on the difficult days. It is a power that is almost unstoppable.
So I need to stop comparing myself to that little girl in the park. We're just running a different kind of race.
You are running a different race, and you're using a different vehicle. She might be faster at picking up a perfect accent because the part of the brain that mimics sounds is more flexible in children. That is their main advantage, but you are better at almost everything else, understanding rules, making connections, and staying motivated.
What about the challenges? I mean, I have less time. I have a job, a family. I'm tired at the end of the day.
Those challenges are real. I am not saying it is easy, but your superpowers can help you manage them. Because you're good at planning, you can find small pockets of time in your day. This is where tools like podcasts are so perfect for busy adults. You don't need to sit at a desk. You can listen to a channel like ours, Love English Podcast, while you're driving to work, washing the dishes, or going for a walk. You can use your time smartly.
So, I use my planning superpower to fight the challenge of having no time.
Exactly. And what about the fear of making mistakes? That's a big problem for adults, but not for children.
Yes, we talked about that. I'm afraid of looking stupid.
But your adult brain can also understand this fear and reason with it. You can tell yourself, it's okay to make mistakes. It's part of the process. You can use your life experience to be patient and kind to yourself. You are in control of your mindset.
So, let me see if I understand everything. It is never too late for me to learn English because, as an adult, I have four main advantages. One, I can create an effective learning system. Two, I can understand grammar rules logically. Three, I can use my life experience to connect with new words. And four, I have strong personal motivation.
That is a perfect summary, Leo. Your brain is not old. It is experienced. It is not slow. It is powerful. You need to stop seeing your age as a disadvantage and start seeing it as your greatest strength.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted from my shoulders. I really believed that I had missed my chance, but now I see that my chance is right now.
It is. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. It is the same with English. The best time to start was when you were a child. The second best time is right now. So please, to all our listeners, do not let your age be an excuse. It is your superpower.
Thanks for listening to Love English Podcast. Remember, every minute you spend learning English is an investment in your future. Keep learning and see you in the next episode.